Good day, everyone. So welcome to today's negotiations between Apple, Samsung, and Ericsson. So my name will be JANNAH. Will be moderator appointed by Ericsson. So before we continue, please introduce yourself for the record. We start with Apple.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. I am Muhammad SYAIQMAL, the Apple representative for today's negotiation.
Hi everyone, my name is Lavanya. I'm the legal advisor for the Apple.
Next, we will continue with Samsung.
Hi, I'm Diana INSYIRAH, our representative at Samsung Company.
Hi everyone, I'm a representative of Ericsson. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So we're here to address several critical issues, including design patent disputes, licensing agreements, and unpaid fees. So before we start, let me share you with the house rule first. Since we come from different country and background, we will use English as our common language throughout the meeting. With that, please be respectful and professional. I believe each company has its interests to protect, and our goal is to find a resolution that benefits for all parties. So we start with opening statements, followed by negotiations. So let's begin with Apple.
Okay, thank you. So Apple has always prided itself on its innovative designs and intellectual property. So, however, we have serious concerns regarding Samsung's use of design elements, that infringe on our patents. So we estimate that Samsung's use of these patented designs has cost us a loss at least around $2 billion in potential revenue. So we are prepared actually to present evidence showing how Samsung has copied elements from our iPhone designs, which account for approximately around 25 to 30% of the unique features that differentiate our products. So we are here to actually ensure that our intellectual property is here to ensure to be respected, and we propose that the licensing fee of $50 per device for continued use of these designs elements. So this fee is not just about compensation, but also is all about safeguarding the future of innovation in Apple industry. Thank you.
Okay, so Apple's patent dispute involves in analyzing their strategies also, their legal frameworks and fake arguments, and it has been also involved in numerous of high-profile patents, like, for example, in Samsung and also Ericsson. So in disputes, Apple often seeks like substantial damages for infringement, arguing for lost profits and reasonable royalties based on their value for their innovation and which add to their products. Apple might also argue that upholding its patent essential for innovation and consumer choice, emphasizing the broader impact on the tech industry. Apple's legal strategy in patent disputes are multi-phase, whereby it leverages a strong portfolio of intellectual property, engaging in proactive litigation, and also focusing on both defending and also enforcing its patent to maintain their market position.
Thank you, Apple. So we continue with Samsung.
Okay, thank you. So as much as we value Apple's inputs, so it is impossible to vehemently counter the arguments. So although it is possible to identify some resemblances between our devices and Apple's ones, most of them are explained by trends within the markets and consumers' demands. So basically, the South Korean market is characterized by consumer who are not only early adopters of technology, but also have a high expectations regarding quality and functionality. So they seek products that enhance their daily life, be through smart home devices or mobile technology. And this demand influences our research and development strategy at Samsung. So I want to clarify that to say that 25% of our design are copied from Apple is an unfair statement. So over the period of 5 years, Samsung invested more than 10 billion in research and development to produce novelties. In addition, as a Foxconn is one of the most important Apple's contractor, which supplies 20% to 25% of the material used in the Apple iPhone, such as processor and memory chips, we expect to be treated fairly. So the purpose licensing fee of the device is a $50 per device. It's arbitrary and does not serve the balance that comes with the mutual benefits that both companies derive from the partnerships. So we are open for negotiations, but only under the reasonable condition that taking into the accounts that specifically of our corporations. Thank you.
Thank you, Samsung. So we continue with Ericsson.
Thank you for joining us today. Hey Jay, everyone. So as many of you know, Ericsson has been leader in the mobile phone technology for a long time, right? So our innovative, we are to whole phone industry to grow a lot. But in recently, we are noticed there is a biggest problem. Some of the companies, especially Apple and Samsung, have been using our special idea, our patents. So we have been without our properly thanking us and paying a license fee for a while now. So this add up to about $500 million that we should have received. This is a lot of money that we need to keep innovating a new better things. So according to our research and development at Ericsson, we are believe in being fair and open, respectfully with everyone, work with. So we fix this, we have two suggestions. So we would like to have one time payment for the amount of $300 million to make up for them to using our ideas. So without paying, we are going forward to, we had a like small fee, like a 5% royalty from each sales phone from the device that you're using for our innovation. We think the fair idea reflecting how value our idea to whole industry. We are happy to talk what about more find a solution that work for quickly and avoid having any problem for our work and future innovation. Thanks.
Okay, thank you everyone for your opening statements. With these statements, I hope we all can understand each other's goal and concern. So let's move on into negotiation phase. Okay, so Apple, could you start by detailing your specific concern regarding this design patterns?
Now, certainly. So, as we actually mentioned earlier, Samsung's Galaxy series has actually several design elements that overlap with patented iPhone designs. So, these particular elements include with the overall shape, rounded corners, and certain aspect of the user's interface. So, our internal estimate shows that Samsung has sold over 300 million Galaxy devices with these infringing designs. So, which translate approximately around $15 billion in revenue. So, we are willing to negotiate, but we insist on $50 per device licensing fee going forward and a one-time payment of $2 billion to cover this past infringement. So, we believe this is fair compensation given the scale of Samsung's operation.
Okay, so this phase involves a back and forth discussions focusing on specific licensing fees, the scope of patent covered, and the duration of the agreement. So Apple will push for reduced fees, while Ericsson will emphasize the necessity of fair compensation for its innovation. So this high-profile dispute centered about allegations of patent infringement, which is related to smartphones and also tablets. Apple sought to negotiate low rates for licensing Ericsson's patent essential for devices, and grievances. In this case, Apple and Ericsson have discussions regarding discussions regarding licensing terms like also, which was also influenced by its market dominance and the crucial role of Ericsson patent and its device. So both companies may seek to establish a long-term partnership beyond litigation, fostering collaboration in future technologies. And it is also to navigate a complex legal framework and regulations which will concern patent licensing, especially in multiple jurisdiction. Thank you.
Okay, Apple, we understand your desire to protect your own innovations. However, we have to reject any $50 per device charge. That will amount to be 15 billion over the next 3 years. And honestly, the alleged similarities in the design do not deserve such a price. So our fee is a $10 per device, and this will amount to total approximately 3 billion within the same period in in the questions. So finally, the 2 billion in one-time payment is too expensive. So regarding past claims, we are ready to talk about 500 million, but we are not ready to talk into this conversation at all. So now remember, Samsung is one of your major suppliers to your network. So it will be mutually damaging to disrupt the partnerships we have built for two companies. So Korean culture places a strong emphasis on the education, hard work, and innovations values that resonate deeply within the Samsung corporate ethos. So the concept of Jeong, which refers to the deep emotional bond and connection among people, is reflected in our commitment to building relationship with our customers, communities, and partners. So this cultural aspect drive to create products to not only meet the needs of consumer, but also foster a sense of belonging and connections. Thank you.
All right. So thank you, everyone. So let's shift gears and address about Ericsson concerns about unpaid licensing fees. Ericsson, please irritate your position.
Okay, before that, I would like to share my screen first because I want to show the evidence how much we losses from our, excuse me. Wait, so I have to open up it. It's not loading. Okay, wait, sorry for the, okay. Can anyone say it?
Yes.
Wait, okay. Okay, this is the actual graph. Okay, this is how much we lost last year. Okay,
Sorry, but I can't see anything on the screen.
wait, it's keep loading. Okay. Now can it's showing blank. No idea. Wait, can or cannot? Okay.
Can, Pani.
Yes.
Can let me show you. Actually, we have a graph here, which is the information collected by our research and development department. So here the graph, the proper settlement for the term, and also we're having a license issue, right? Okay, as we mentioned earlier, some of the companies, Apple and Samsung, would not pay for us using our special wireless technology in their phone. So this is how much we lost. So about $5 million totally. It's her ability to keep innovating and stay to top wireless game to make the things fair. Okay, for everyone, we were proposing a new system. We would like to a small fee, which means 5% only for every phone purchasing. They're using our technology. Just to give for your all idea. So Apple sold around 2,000 billion dollar worth of iPhone last year, right? So and also Samsung made 150 billion dollars for their phones. So this fee would help us to keep pushing the boundaries of wireless communication. On the top of that, settle that outstanding fee, okay, from our company. They would appreciate an upfront payment of $300 million, which from Apple and also Samsung. We would like to help us work together to more smoothly, and we would like to focus on creating awesome new things for everyone. So at the Ericsson, we believe that begin open and fair building a partnership that lasts. So this proposal, we are reflecting those value. We are happily to talk about it and also finding a solution that work for everyone. So, but we need to solve out this as soon. So here I already attached the evidence here, how much you guys are unpaid fees for Ericsson. That's all.
Okay, Ericsson. So just please lend me your ears for a while because there's a few particular informations that you need to that we are actually going to emphasize to you. So first thing first, we acknowledge that we owe licensing fees, but a 5% royalty is simply too high. So our products already carry a slim margin due to its cost of innovation, marketing, and also supply chain logistics. So we are willing to agree to a 2% royalty on the future sales and one-time payment of $200 million to settle the outstanding fees.
Okay, in these licensing agreements, companies will typically negotiate a percentage of sales or a fixed fee. For instance, like Apple has negotiated royalty rate that can be a range from 1% to 5% of the device sale price, depending on the technology involved. So the negotiation process often includes the discussion on what constitutes of a fair percentage based on the value of the technology provided. So Apple may push the rate closer to 1%, while licensors might argue for higher rate based on the essentially and innovation of their patents.
Samsung shares Apple's concerns. So a 5% royalty would cripple our pricing strategies. So especially it's an industry as competitive as ours. So we're willing to meet in the middle of 2.5%, but that's the most we can offer. So as for the upfront payment, we can agree to 150 million in the back payment, but we will not exceed that.
Okay, well, okay. The representative of Apple and Samsung, look here. So the 2.5% is always low. To reflect the value of our technology, Ericsson has been a leading to many way to innovation from the modern and wireless communication nowadays. So without our backup, so there would not be an iPhone or Galaxy phones. Please be remember. So our contribution are essential and very important to you all. Okay. And it's only a fair to value is a recognition. We will not be back down. So on the $3,000 million in the back payment, it's already debate. So you won't be us using our technology, right? So but we move forward to using and maintain a good partnership. So we were willing to adjust our royalty too. So demand of 3.5%. This is the better represents that value than impact of our technology on your product lines. So we believe this offer is a fair and reasonable for you guys. So and also it's aligned with the shares a good goal to continue the technology and innovation to grow everyone's that involved.
Okay, so we understand your position here, Ericsson, but for a bigger picture, just see this 3.5% is not feasible. So let's be realistic and put it as 2.5% royalty cap is generous given to the scale of for our operation. So if we push more further, you're risking a prolonged legal battle that actually could take years to resolve. So we are offering $200 million in back payments as a show of good faith, but we will not exceed 2.5% in royalties. Thank you.
From Samsung, you want to add on?
Wait, okay, I recently we agree with Apple's. So let's not forget that we've been reliable partners for years. Dragging this into litigations could damage all our businesses. So let's finalize this now. 2.5% royalty on future sales and $150 million in back payment. How's that?
Okay, okay, thank you. Apple and Samsung, we appreciate your willingness and engaging in a negotiation. However, while we are open at accepting the 2.5 percentage of royalty, we must emphasizing that will not agree to anything less than $250 million alone. Okay, it's a back payment from each company of Apple and Samsung. So this amount is a minimum necessary to the company sale for the unpaid license fee. Okay, and it's reflect the value of the technology that has been power your products. If this proposal is not acceptable, we are prepared to pursue a legal action to ensure that Ericsson intellectual property rights. So we are respected and that we are fully company for the use of innovation that we are believe we went to settle this peacefully, but if we can't we will go to the court. So by we are facing by legally.
So it seems like we are nearing an agreement. So we all summarize back again. So Apple and Samsung will pay a 2.5 royalty for future sales of devices using Ericsson's technologies, plus a $250 million settlement from each company for unpaid licensing fees before this. And second of all, Apple and Samsung will settle the design patent dispute with a $10 per device licensing fee and a one-time payment of 500 million from Samsung to Apple. So do all parties agree? Apple?
From what I've heard from the start till the end, so far, yeah, Apple agrees to these terms.
Okay, how about Samsung?
Samsung agrees as well.
Okay, lastly, how about Ericsson?
Ericsson accept the final terms.
Excellent. So we actually reached a solution. So I will draft the final agreement for all parties to sign. So thank you everyone. Today's negotiation was a challenging yet constructive process. So we actually been seeing strong position from all sides, and I commend each of you for navigating this complex situation with professionalism and cultural awareness. This agreement not only resolve the current disputes, but also strengthen our partnership between these three industry leaders, ensuring a more collaborative in the future. So thank you again for your patience and participation. With that, I declare this negotiation successfully concluded. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.